It's no secret that we're in for a bumpy ride this year. When we look at the major world indices like the S&P 500 or NASDAQ or MSCI World here on investing.com, we see a lot of red over the past month, and I can see that trend continuing. We're likely to see more of a slowdown here in America, but even worldwide with the trade wars and just everything else going on around the world, we can see a big slowdown about to happen. This may become a worldwide recession. So this may be the most important video that you watch all year. I'm going to give you 6 ways to recession-proof your life and your portfolio to not only weather this storm and make it through the recession, but actually make it out the other side and be thriving way ahead of everyone else. I'm also going to explain how to set your portfolio up best now in 2025. My name is Nolan Govea. My students call me Professor G, and I made this channel to make investing simplified. So what is a recession? A recession is a significant and persistent decline in economic activity. The macroeconomic term has traditionally been defined as 2 consecutive quarters of declining gross domestic product. The National Bureau of Economic Research defines a recession as a significant decline in economic activity lasting more than a few months, normally visible in real GDP, real income, employment, industrial production, and wholesale retail sales. Recessions are brutal because they force companies to trim the fat and cut positions or people in order to help save the business long term. So now before it gets too bad, you'll be wanting to make yourself as valuable as possible, and you can do that by building up these specific skills that this article from Forbes says that will pay you over 6 figures in any economy. Pick 1 or 2 on this list and level up. Artificial intelligence and machine learning, cybersecurity, cloud computing, data science and big data, blockchain technology, Internet of Things, quantum computing, UI or UX design, digital marketing, and project management. In this day and age, there's so many resources online for free using YouTube or other things like that to just learn as much as you can and to level up and make yourself invaluable to that company. Now, in an event of an actual recession, you will have wanted to make sure that you will have saved up a good sizable emergency fund. This is something you need to do right now. People are excited about the fact that there's a big dip in the stock market, and that's great if you have extra cash to throw in, but you need to build up the savings first. In an event of an actual recession, it's not just a time to buy the dip and so it's exciting. If we're in an actual recession, that means economic activity has slowed way down. That means companies are firing people. That means people are spending less money. That means there's a lot of hurt and pain, and it's very, very tough when people do get laid off to find new jobs, and so that emergency fund comes in clutch. At the very least today, your goal should be 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a high-yield savings account. One of my favorites is Capital One 360 savings account. If you want to be extra safe, build up to 1 year's worth of living expenses in that high-yield savings account. Number 3 on this list is huge in terms of your investments. If you look at your portfolio over the last 3 months, is it down heavy? The past 2 years saw an enormous profit investing in AI and technology stocks and ETFs. So much so that people kept asking me, well, if those ones like technology and AI are the ones skyrocketing, why not take all of our portfolio and just put it into those stocks and ETFs? Well, then 2025 came around, and the stocks and ETFs that are down the worst over the first quarter of 2025 are those same ones. What goes up strong has the possibility to go down super strong, so you need to balance out your portfolio's risk. This is why I talk so much about my new 3-fund portfolio, because it balances everything out for you and keeps it so simple that all you need to do is select 3 ETFs and then figure out your risk profile, and then you can set it and forget it and go on with your life. I'll link to that video at the end of this video because it shows you specifically what percentage you should put into each one of those ETFs based on your age, because it does change with age. So wait till the end and I'll link to that for you. The 4th way to recession-proof your life would be to keep yourself safe from cyber attacks or data breach, because we do so much online, and this one is just gonna crush you if it happens. I wanna thank and introduce the sponsor of this video, Delete Me. Did you know that your personal data is sold online by data brokers? You have the right to stay private and protect your personal data. Delete Me is a hands-free subscription service that will remove your personal information that's being sold online. Right now, it's becoming all too common of this trend of data breaches resulting in the loss of personal data control. 1/3 of the US population's background info is now public. Delete Me's privacy experts remove your personal information such as phone number, address, and other important information from hundreds of data brokers all year long. I really enjoy that customers can make custom removal requests. We all do a lot online, especially with investing, so it's just a smart move to have an extra layer of protection. Get 20% off Delete Me US consumer plans when you go down to the link in my description, which is joindeleteme.com/professor, and use code PROFESSOR at checkout. The fifth thing you need to do to set yourself up in the case of a recession is one that I'm sure that you've heard often, but you haven't given the proper amount of energy to. It's one that I live by and one that's helped me start and build over 9 businesses and has brought me very close to financial freedom very early in life. And this one is creating multiple streams of revenue. Now don't just move on to the next item on this list. I promise you, if you just create one more stream of revenue in your life, you'll open up a world of possibilities. It gives you ultimate freedom and you'll wish you would have done this sooner. When I say stream of revenue, I don't mean something crazy like you don't need to go out and start this whole new huge business, or you don't need to go out and double your salary or get another full-time job. I mean, just try to find $100 extra per week. If you just work 1 hour per day and make $20 in an hour, that's 5 days at 1 hour a day, and now you have $100 extra per week. Can you find just $20 to make per day? Start with something that you actually like to do. For me, one of those things was health and fitness. I'm really good at writing workouts or helping people to work out. I've also written diet and nutrition plans for people, so I just started to charge for this. What's something that you're good at that you like to do that you could also make a little bit of money from? When you build a stream of revenue big enough, you now have options. You can decide if you want to keep killing yourself in your 9 to 5 with a terrible boss. You can decide if you want to use the extra money to go on a well-deserved vacation, or if you want to invest that money and make your money turn into more money down the road. That $400 per month invested in something that brings 10% average appreciation per year will turn into $277,611 in just 20 years. An extra $277,000 sounds great to me, especially by doing something that you actually like doing. Number 6 is the hardest one and it takes the most discipline. By doing this, you're gonna set yourself up best to be able to actually do all the rest of those. In order to find time to do number 1, which was to level up your skill and make yourself invaluable, and in order to build up an emergency fund like number 2, and to be able to add more to your investments and balance that approach like number 3, and to keep yourself safe like number 4, and then to set yourself up to even be able to do number 5 of creating another stream of income, would be this one, and this is to live well below your means. Easier said than done, I understand. But do everything in your power to keep yourself out of debt by stopping buying things that you don't actually need and that you definitely can't afford. Stick to a budget. Find one that works for you and your family and just stick to it. I'm sure you hear this in a lot of finance videos, and this is easily the one that most people just skip over, but it's the one that's going to set you up most for all the rest of whatever your financial goals are. Get serious with your finances and start tracking to see how much income's coming in and expenses are going out, and then make an adjustment based on what your goals are. To watch the video that I was talking about before about the 3-fund portfolio that actually has the percentages of what to invest in per age, because it does change by age, watch this video here. Or watch this video to keep you going strong in your investing journey. And remember to keep investing simplified.